Hi guys, Tracey Miller here. I am at Stout Oak Farm on a crisp blue sky fall day, and I'm here with Julia Hulap. She is the operations manager here at Stout Oak Farm, and I wanted Julia to tell us about all the wonderful varieties of squash that we have available. I know sometimes we tend to go to the same old thing, but there's lots of different colors and flavors and textures out there. So Julia, tell us what we've got here today.
Well, today we've got a variety of winter squash. Starting with what will probably be most familiar to you. This is a butternut squash. It's the Waltham butternut variety. It's one of the most common varieties. And so as you probably know, the inside of this is a deep orange color, which makes it particularly high in beta-carotene. It roasts really well. It sweetens up when it roasts. The sugars caramelize. And the skin is pretty tough, so as you probably know, you either cut it open and roast it open and scoop out the insides, or you peel it first.
Okay. Great. Okay, so what are these beautiful orange varieties that we have that look like pumpkins?
Yeah, so these orange varieties are called kabocha squash. The deepest orange one here is the sunshine kabocha variety, and then they also can be a variety that is more gray-blue in color. And these are obviously flatter, a little more stout, and also have a very thick skin, so you know, if you ate it, it wouldn't harm you, but it's not delicate and edible like other squash we'll talk about. But the inside is also a deep orange flesh, and it has that sweet, nutty flavor. So again, great for roasting, high in beta-carotene, high in iron, really good overall, substantial in terms of its nutrients.
Okay, great. And a little more savory than the butternut.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, what are these little cute little things right here?
So this is a sweet dumpling squash. And this squash, as well as the next variety we're going to talk about, delicata, do have very delicate skins. So you can roast them the same as you'd roast the other winter squash, but the skins are particularly thin and sweet and edible. So you can roast them whole, or you could cut them in half, but you can definitely eat the skins along with the flesh.
So these would be great if you wanted to do like a little stuffed squash or something like that, because then people could actually eat the whole thing. And they're beautiful too.
Right, so just like maybe a patty pan with the summer squash, that kind of thing, they can be scooped out and used
great.
in that way.
So these are also a thin skin called the delicata.
Right, and so it gets its name delicata because of its delicate skin. And these are among my favorite. The skin is not as dark red as the kabocha or the butternut, so you're not getting as high amount of beta-carotene, but they're definitely very high in sugar, and also are great for you in other ways, but they roast up really sweet, and the skins are edible and very savory.
Awesome. Okay, great. So just one last question, Julia. How, if people are buying squash now, winter squash, how long will this store, and what's the best way to store it?
Good question. You want to store them at room temperature. They don't want to be in an environment that's too cold, so I wouldn't put them in the refrigerator. So a cool, dark place.
Okay.
And they'll keep for several weeks as long as the ones that you've harvested or chosen are fully mature and cured. And to look out for that, you want to look for deep tone colors, you know, depending on the variety. If you're getting a sunrise kabocha, it should be deep orange. The butternut squash that you look out for should have this orangey, kind of fleshy tone. You don't want it to be too light. That tells you that it's fully mature and ready, and it'll store a lot better that way.
Okay, great. Good. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Happy fall, everybody, and we hope you enjoy your squash this fall.
Enjoy.
Bye.